YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Crypto J coming at you guys with yet another J Talks Crypto. If you're brand new to my channel, hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification. I do my best each and every day to give you guys the top picks in cryptocurrency. And guys, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time to jump into the live stream just because I didn't let anybody know that I was going live today. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of time to do that. While I get set up here, I gotta turn on some lights and stuff also. So chance to do that. A lot of exciting stuff in the market today. Want to talk about it. Want to talk about Bitcoin. Want to talk about some altcoins. I don't like this light. It's kind of weird. Let's test this other light. Nope. Maybe. Nope. Actually, I'm gonna turn this light off. I don't want to do it. Okay, we're starting to come in. So today we're streaming on YouTube, we're streaming on Twitter, and we're streaming on Rumble. Today's my first day streaming on Rumble. We were streaming on Twitch last week, but I can only stream to 3 platforms at a time. And today we're gonna try Rumble. New to Rumble. Don't never uploaded on Rumble, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we're starting to get some more people piling in here. We'll probably start it closer to maybe the 2 or 3 minute mark. I just want to kind of get all of my stuff set up that we're going to be using today. But yeah, man, as you guys could see, I've really been upgrading the background. I don't know if you guys have noticed this at all, but look at this. I got this dresser over here now. It lights up. Got this over here lighting up. And just got a lot of plans for just how we're going to upgrade all the quality on the channel that you guys have grown to love so much, right? I've been doing a great job giving you guys the quality on screen. But I got to give you guys the quality that you deserve as far as like the video quality. So that's the goal. But here we go. We're going to start jumping into it, guys, because we do have some more people piling in. So as you guys can see today, our total cryptocurrency market cap sitting at $2 trillion, Bitcoin coming in at 58,000, and our fear greed index sitting at a cool 43 today. We are slowly ticking back into this orange. But we're seeing a little bit of confidence from yesterday, right? Yesterday, we seen a little drop down below our 58K resistance that we've been talking about so much that we need to be staying in, right? We watched this drop down just right here. We dropped all the way down to this 57 range. And it looks like possibly we can have possibly broken out. A lot of people feeling a lot better about today than we were about yesterday. But again, not out of the woods today, guys. Still 7-day. We're still in a downtrend. We got to get out of the zone right here. We really got to get out of the zone. We've been really trending sideways for like over a week in this 60K range, even though we still broke out. We saw this 64K. In my opinion, this was a fake out. It needed to correct, and the market is still in indecision mode. I still feel like it's still a little bit early to be calling this. We do talk about the fact that usually major price action usually happens later in the week, right? Usually price action happens around like a Thursday, Friday. That's usually when price action happens. The 23rd, we saw some price action. What was the 23rd? The 23rd was a Monday, right? We talk about early in the month or early in the week how usually a fake out would happen early in the week. I talk about that all the time. I say usually Monday, Tuesday, if you see a lot of price action, a lot of time it's fake out. You know, usually price action happens on a Thursday, and then usually we'll see like into the weekend, you might see some sell off or something like that if there was a pump on Thursday, or you would just see like a sell off if it was a trend that broke down. Usually those type of things tend to happen. And again, monitor this yourself. And this is something that, again, this is something that nobody else talks about. It's something that only I really track because it's something that I just noticed. I'm like, dude, it's Thursday again. Bitcoin's doing this again. It's Thursday again. Bitcoin's doing this. But monitor it. You know, when Bitcoin is seeing its days of volatility, like pay attention to what day of the week it is. And then any kind of like little patterns that you can see with that might help you out. But again, we talked about the fact that Bitcoin might need to drop down a little bit more. It's definitely reality, right? We been talking about it. The fact that this could be a falling wedge right here, that would be bullish, but it would require us to need to retest this 50K range. And that's what some of the people were talking about in the Telegram. The fact that we're possibly going to see a retest of this 50K range. And again, guys, if you're not tapped in the Telegram, guys, you guys really should tap into the Telegram. It's a free resource for you guys. And Yeah, I'll link the Telegram also in the comment section, so you guys will have that. But I leave the Telegram in all my videos. It's a great resource for you guys. But again, if Bitcoin decides that it wants to retest this 50K range, in my opinion, that would not be a bearish scenario. I'm not too concerned about the massive sell off. I know that maybe last week, couple weeks ago, I was talking about the fact that we could possibly even see a retest of 35K. But I honestly, I don't feel that bad about the way that the sentiment of the market is right now. I don't I feel like this is I knew that we knew that this was going to take time, right? This 58K range seems to be like a really important psychological barrier for a lot of people, a lot of bots, right? A lot of a lot of what's it called? A lot of people have buy orders at this 60K range or at this 58K range, and they're getting filled every time we drop down, right? People even people have they have oh my gosh, are you serious? They're taking profits up here. They're shorting the market up here. They're predicting that we're going to go down. I'm having a brain fart right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm running on a little bit of sleep. But look, even if you look at this all-time chart too, I want to show you guys this. If you look at this all-time chart, even if we do create that wedge, it would still fall in line with what's happening on the all-time chart, which is a bull flag. This is a giant bull flag. This is a flagpole. This is a bull flag. This is looking like we're going to see a new all-time high. That's why I'm saying that I'm not too concerned about Bitcoin right now. But I wouldn't be surprised at all if it does want to drop down to 50K, and just understand what that's going to mean to altcoins. If Bitcoin decides it wants to drop down to 50K, what that's going to do to the confidence in the market. Because again, the reason why we talk about Bitcoin so much on the channel, guys, is because Bitcoin is the confidence in the market. Like literally when Bitcoin is not doing well, then the market's usually not doing well. And you could see up here, even on CoinMarketCap, we track Bitcoin's dominance over the market. So Bitcoin has a 56% dominance over the market right now. Bitcoin has heavy dominance in the marketplace right now. And we're seeing that every time Bitcoin pumps, every time Bitcoin dumps, every time it makes the smallest move. That's why, again, I told you guys, great time for blue chips, very sketchy time for altcoins right now. Just because again, when the market is in this state, it's very hard to make money. I'm not saying you can't make money in altcoins. We're going to talk about meme coins also that I feel like are possibly on the watch list maybe for this week if Bitcoin does decide that 58K is a good zone of accumulation. But if Bitcoin does decide it wants to capitulate, which again, there's a lot of indicators pointing towards down, which is what I've been saying every video, every live, that hey, we're not out of the neck of the woods yet. Like we might see some more correction, like be like using risk management. I've been saying this so much, guys. And again, you're seeing why, because again, the market is just heavily volatile and anything could really happen. Anything could really happen right now. So, but again, to that saying, like with your altcoins, if Bitcoin does decide it wants to drop down to 50K, I would expect a lot of altcoins to get hit like maybe like 30 to 40%. And again, that's why, and that's like blue chips. I'm talking blue chips. I'm not even talking your meme coins that you guys love so much that are in like the 50 million market cap range. And this is why I tell you guys, you got to be around. The longer you're in the market, the more of these cycles you see, the more you kind of understand like why Crypto J says don't be greedy, right? Why I talk about unpopular things like take profit. It's not financial advice. It's advice that I'm just giving you as your homie, because I've seen so many people make mistakes. I've made the rookie mistakes. I've had times where I was too greedy in the market, times where I should have been taking profit. And that's what we were talking about back in March when we were overbought 50 by like over 50% on the RSI. The fact that, hey guys, we're going to see a correction pretty soon. And sure enough, we saw that correction in March, right? And we've still been seeing us correcting. And here we are now in September, just September 2nd today, right? So a lot of people very speculative on what Q4 has in store for Bitcoin. I'm definitely, of course, going to be watching it. Of course, we're going to be making this content all the time. Some coins that I'm watching, we're going to talk about those too. Let's talk about, of course, the number one coin probably that I'm watching on this dip, honestly, guys, is Solana. I love Solana. I think Solana is a great project. But even Solana itself also looking like it needs to see some correction, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder, pointing down. A lot of these charts are pointing down right now because again, Bitcoin is just in a state of indecision. And I did buy Solana. I did buy it actually when Bitcoin was starting to pump. I was saying, you know what, let me make a purchase right now because I don't want to be left out if this is going to pump. I didn't over invest because I'm not a noob. I use risk management because I always know there's a chance that we can drop back down. So I'm glad I didn't over leverage, but I did buy in over here and I am down quite a bit. But am I going to sell my stuff? No, I'm not going to sell my Solana. I don't think it's a good thing to be selling Solana. Solana is a project that I'm very long on, right? I feel like Solana has a lot of utility. It's a great DeFi project, and I like it. In my opinion, it's going to perform really well. It's just speculation, of course, but it's a coin that I want to be holding. It's a coin that I want to be accumulating, buying on the dips. Each coin, guys, I have kind of a different look on it. Again, this is something that has utility. This is not a meme coin, right? This is something that has a lot of utility that you need to actually buy meme coins. So if we have a meme cycle, Solana is going to be necessary. It's kind of like buying gas for your car, like you're gonna need it. If people decide that they want to drive gas cars again, guess what? If you got the gas, then you got some money. So, in my opinion, I think Solana is going to be a great thing to be accumulating. I like Ethereum too, of course. Ethereum I feel like, is gonna perform well. Like, let's say that Solana has some problems with their chain. Solana has been notorious for having problems with their chains. It hasn't happened in a while. We were seeing some problems. A lot of the problems that we were seeing on the Solana chain, honestly, were happening during these pre-launches because so many people were getting into them at the same time. And Radium was literally going down. I remember when Book of Meme came out, Radium went down, which was totally crazy, but that was like the biggest pre-launch ever. So it really showed us what can happen during a pre-launch, like how these exchanges can go down. But that goes to show you too, like what happens when a lot of traffic goes to any exchange, right, or to any DEX, that those things can go down, right? You're flooding that thing with IPs, and that thing can easily go down. So that's another reason why I tell you guys, keep your funds in your wallet, because if we're seeing some major correction with Bitcoin or some kind of black swan event or something where you gotta feel like you got to panic sell some of your poo coins or something like that, you don't want to have everything stuck on an exchange that you can't log on to, and that's not going to be able to be logged onto for like a good 30-40 minutes or maybe a day or something. By then you will have been kicking yourself because you'll be like, man, I should just kept that in my wallet. I could have just used this DEX over here, swapped out my coins. I could have stable coined up or whatever. I'm a big fan of stable coining up. I do say that about when we take profit. I like to take profit into USDC. Some people like Tether. Tether's great too. I'd say USDC and Tether, of course, they're the two biggest stable coins probably. So when I do stable up, a lot of people ask me what I stable up in. I stable up usually in USDC. I usually don't stable up in Tether, but some people like Tether. Nothing wrong with Tether. Um, let's look at some of these other projects. So let's look at the DeFi projects, right? I've had a lot of people ask me about Tron, because Tron is kind of like the upcoming coin right now, which is pretty interesting because Tron has had the worst reputation in cryptocurrency ever. Justin Sun has done some bad things. He said he's put his foot in his mouth a lot of times, made investors very questionable about his character and about where the money is going. But he has a lot of notoriety also in China. Dude is was in like top 30 of 30. So, and that means he got money, and that means he's smart. So a lot of people were investing into Tron, I feel like, early for Justin Sun. And Tron is actually a coin, guys, that I owned at like 2 cents. Tron is a coin that I bought. I told you guys when I got into crypto, I was loving me some DeFi, man. There wasn't this many coins though. You didn't have 10 million coins. Back in my day, you didn't have 10 million coins, man. You had a couple coins to pick from, man. You had Binance, you had Ethereum, you had Binance coin was trading at probably like $1. You had Tron, you had XRP. I had some XRP. Now I'm not an XRP fan. I know it's gonna hurt some people's feelings, but this is another stable coin, actually. XRP is another stable. No, I'm just kidding. This is not a stable coin. But it's just a coin that I just feel like is just a little too early. Also, I had XLM too. I like Chainlink, I like Avalanche. Chainlink, XLM, and XRP. Those are not DeFi. Well, they're not DeFi protocols, but I like those. Like Chainlink's an Oracle, but it's necessary. Like Chainlink kind of holds together the whole blockchain. I like that a lot of these uh apps are built on Chainlink. So I like that. I like Polkadot also, but Polkadot has not been performing. This is a coin that I actually bought Polkadot around this price, and like 20 last bull cycle is when this launched, and I bought it at around $5, like around here. Yeah, $5 right before it took off. This was one of the first coins that I made sufficient gains in, and it really got me into the meme coin market, guys. I didn't start in meme coins. First of all, there wasn't a lot of meme coins. There was Dogecoin, and then we were early on SHIB. And after that, it was kind of like the whole space just took off. Dex tools really grew as a platform. We were trading on things like PooCoin, Poo Tracker, or whatever. We were tracking BNB coins and stuff like that. But the game has just changed so much, man. It's just changed so much. But I started off in blue chips. Like I started off building my portfolio like at a sketchy time in the market, right? Bitcoin's trading at like $3,000. Nobody wants to buy it. COVID's like hitting. And I'm just like, dude, I just got all this money and I feel like inflation's about to hit. And I feel like I'm not buying gold, I'm buying Bitcoin. So I was looking for the next best thing. I was already kind of ahead. I was like, you know what? Bitcoin already took off. I need to get early on Ethereum. I know Ethereum is going to take off. I was thinking about things that were successful in the last cycle prior to that cycle, which was like Litecoin and again, XRP, XLM, stuff like that. And I just looked at, again, the same things that I look at now on this channel that I tell you guys, hey, this is what I look for, volume, right? That's why, again, I don't like XRP because it doesn't have volume. But another coin that I also hit early on was Cardano, another coin that lacks volume. Right, I hit early on Cardano as well. I got into Cardano at like super early, like 3 cents or something like that. I knew that this was a coin that, again, when Bitcoin was down at $3,000, if it was going to rally, I knew that the people that own Cardano, they love Cardano. So I got into Cardano. I also held some Chainlink because I know that the Link Marines are super bullish, but it just doesn't look like Chainlink ever really picked up in the volume. And again, I think the reason for that is because people just don't understand crypto. They really don't understand crypto. So and I feel like crypto is just very, very early too. Polygon is another coin that I've owned. I've used some transactions in Litecoin. It's never been a coin that I really had a major part of my portfolio. Just because I always thought of it as kind of just like the third place. I always felt like Ethereum was going to be better. Ethereum just had more things built on it, and Uniswap was out, and so I just felt like Ethereum was just gonna probably be a better bet for me to put my money in, and so that's why I got in early on Ethereum. I was buying Ethereum. I mean, if you really want to talk about when I was buying Ethereum way back, I was buying Ethereum probably like under $100. And then I remember last bull cycle, I think Ethereum, when Bitcoin was at 3,000, I think Ethereum was around like 300 or like 200, something like that. And that thing shot all the way up to like almost 5,000. So that's so crazy. That just shows you like what can happen in a bull cycle. But a lot of coins did that, right, guys? A lot of things that we talked about on this channel, we ended up being extremely early on, and your boy had amazing foresight on. But again, the whole space, I feel like we all work together to bring things to each other's awareness. So I learned a lot from a lot of people as far as like the stuff behind this. I don't listen to them so much about the trading aspect of it, because to me it's like, when trading is like reading a book, like if you could read a book, you could read a chart. It's the same thing. Like I could read these charts. I ain't really even got to open them all the way up to see kind of what's going on the chart and see which ones that I might want to look at or might have a good entry point. Some of these are in a straight downtrend. Some of them might be retesting some resistance. You could kind of even look. So you could kind of see, and honestly, I don't know why too. Last 7 days. Okay, so I was gonna say I don't know why some of these are red and then some of these are green, but it's because it's tracking the last 7 days. So last 7 days, this has been positive, and the last 7 days, this has been still down. So majority of things are still down in the past 7 days, because again, Bitcoin down 8% in the past 7 days. So again, hopefully we could start seeing some kind of market recovery, but we might be a little bit off. Again, guys, we might need to see that retest that I talked about, that 50K retest. We'll see. We'll see. Your boy Crypto J. People think when Bitcoin like moves that I'm doing something to it. I promise you guys, I have no manipulation over Bitcoin. I do not have that much money. But look at Pepe Coin. Pepe Coin responding pretty decently too. There's another coin that I feel like will do good. I know we just talked about a bunch of blue chips. Now we're talking about meme coins. That's a little all over the place, but is coming in. It's up there on the top coins. It's definitely not a blue chip, but it's definitely getting some notoriety. Also creating a nasty, big, huge head and shoulders pattern again with Bitcoin, right? So it's showing that it's showing that it's going to have that 30-40% sell off if Bitcoin decides it wants to sell off to sell down to 50%. And that's why I told you guys some of these coins, they're gonna look like they're about to fall off a dang on cliff in a minute. That's just kind of how it is. And that's usually how a market correction feels. And that's what I was saying. Even when we were in like the 60K range, like people were thinking like, oh, we just hit 60K, like this is probably going to be the bottom. I said, this is not how it feels to be at the bottom. Okay, I want to look at this helium because I'm mining this. Actually, I got a helium miner right behind me, and this is up in the past 7 days like 13%. Why? I don't understand. I'm not mad. Definitely ain't mad at it. But I definitely am curious, like, what's going on with this? Wow, interesting. I'm not mad at that 1 year chart. I'm mad at the all-time chart, a little mad at that. But 1 year chart, I'm not too mad at. I mean, breaking up out of some resistance. Maybe I need to start plugging in these miners. I think I have like 12 helium miners, and only one of them is plugged in right now. So I just stopped mining them because the rewards that I was getting from helium, they every month, every week, they were just getting cut. So I was like, I don't even know if this is going to be something that's worth mining. But I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I definitely got to get more up on what's going on with this and see why. What's the reason for the price action? Because again, the market's down right now, and helium's performing pretty well. And this is again a coin that is traded on a lot of big exchanges. That's another reason why I bought a helium miner. And I'm not telling you to go out and buy a helium miner because honestly, this has been a horrible investment for me so far. I'm just again kind of curious to see why it's pumping, and maybe it will be a decent investment for me one day or pay off in some kind of way. But this coin is listed on Coinbase and Kraken and Gate.io. It's listed on pretty much every giant exchange. So that's another reason why I like helium. But also, you no longer mine the HNT token. Now you like mine some other like IoT token. I don't know. I got to get back up on that space because I just haven't been following any of the mining stuff. After those rewards went down, at one point, guys, I was making like $50-$60 a day per miner, like off of one miner. I was making like $1,500 a month off of one miner. It was like it was awesome. And then now the thing will be lucky if it makes me like five cents in a day. So it's just not really right now worth the money that it costs. It cost like $500 for that miner that I had bought. Now those miners, I think they're reselling for like $250. But when I bought mine, they were sold out. You got to buy them online. They were $500, and then people were reselling them for like $2,000, like crazy. This is water, by the way. I need some water. Uh, but yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that. Caspa is another coin that you guys can mine as well. A lot of people have been asking me about Caspa as well. And honestly, Caspa's been around for a long time, but I just haven't really been talking about it. I haven't really got into it. You guys can see this coin has been around, even listed just on here in 2022, and really picked up in popularity a lot this year. Really, a lot, and is now sitting pretty on this top cryptocurrency list right here. Caspa coming in and out at number 22, right underneath Matic, right above Uniswap too. So maybe this is a coin that might do well. It seems to be one that again picks up in popularity from time to time. Moreno, this is a privacy coin right here, or Monero. I'm sorry, Monero is a privacy coin. Um, I don't know how privacy coins are going to do. They just haven't performed well. Again, I don't think a lot of people are using privacy coins. They have a functionality. A lot of people use privacy coins when they want to make transactions and have privacy. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, also Stacks. I think Stacks will do good. XLM. Again, this is what I talked about earlier. One of the coins that I held early with XRP. XLM has just been a coin that doesn't perform. Also, it's just lacks volume. I pay attention to this kind of stuff, man. These are the things to pay attention to at the times like now, is in my opinion, what the blue chips are doing, because the blue chips are going to be your best bet, and to be honest with you. And again, not financial advice, do whatever you want with your money, but you can catch some sales right now, dude, on some things that have a way better chance of doing good. Um, you know, and have a proven track record. That's why they're called blue chips, because they are proven to have volume. They are proven to have utility and have people behind them. They're accredited. So these blue chip projects, in my opinion, are definitely what I am shopping for. Again, I just picked up some Solana just the other day. I'm very cautious of the meme market. If I am going to be investing in the meme market, it's going to be very small amounts, especially right now. I would be more likely to put in a bigger buy order if we do drop down to that 50K mark. I would be looking to set some bigger bets in that meme market. But right now, I'm looking to be pretty conservative in this market right now, because I really don't know what's going on. I really don't. We've been speculating it. I don't think anybody can pretty much call this right now. A lot of people thinking, again, Bitcoin's going to hit 100K. A lot of people thinking it's going to hit 30K. So we could be in the midst of a recession, or we could just be in the midst of a regular correction. Again, we talked about this all-time chart looking like a massive bull flag, looking very bullish on the all-time. But some of these other charts not looking as hot, right? Some of these more micro charts. But again, that's another reason why I tell you guys, when we trade, we always look macro first, right? We always start at the biggest time interval first. At least I do. That's, in my opinion, the best way to kind of see what's going on, so you don't paper hands out, not understanding what's really happening on in the grand scheme of things, right? So I start at the 1 year, and then I just start moving my way down. I start dissecting that 1 year. Okay, I could see there's a bull flag right here. I see a cup and handle pattern playing out here. I see, look, we had a cup and handle playing out here. It rejected. We did have significant sell-off, right? Now we got this bull flag forming. We rejected off of this zone right here. Got to pay attention to if we have some more sell-off. But in my opinion, I think that this chart looks extremely good on the 1 year. I'll just say that this all-time chart looks amazing. It looks like a bull flag. There's no denying it. I feel like if we saw this thing just start going down, that would be a really weird trend, and it would just not be normal. So a lot of people even predicting the same thing, that there's going to be an accumulation zone that we're in right now. And I think it's a decent zone of accumulation. But again, there could be another level down, and if you're accumulating things with a really small market cap, you're going to get hit hard. So I would just be paying attention to that. And if you look smaller time intervals, you could see Bitcoin just starting to break down. We broke down to 57 right here, and we're trying to get back to some of these levels of support at this and hold this 58K range. But ultimately, we need to see some big trade action. I want to see some big green candles closing, because this is not looking hot. As you guys could see, we're trying right now, right? We're trying on the 1 day. If you look on the 1 hour too, it looks like maybe we might be creating some kind of a bull flag here, but it's just not looking super pretty, right? Still in a downtrend. But again, our third attempt to break out of this range. So if we do break out of this range, it could be pretty good. It could possibly mean that we could see some upside. But again, 58K to 60K range, a lot of resistance. So definitely paying attention, and I'm definitely playing conservative right now. Personally, I mean, you could do whatever you want with your money. But me, myself, I like to try to use risk management. I play the market conservatively, and I try to put that out there, that everybody should be using risk management right now. So yeah, but let's talk about also, we'll go in and talk about some of these meme coins, right? Because you guys do like the meme coins. We'll talk about them. We'll kind of dissect them and see what's getting hit and what's gaining some traction right now over here on Dex Tools. Let's go see. Share screen, share Dex Tools. Boom. All right, here we go, guys. Over here on our favorite website, dextools.io. If it's your first time on this website, guys, this is the #1 website, in my opinion, to find these little meme coins. And like we said, guys, things will be popping. The gains will be few and far in between, though. I think I even mentioned in my last stream that we might see a rerun of these presidential coins. And look, MAGA is trending. Kamala Harris coin is trending. I just said this last week, guys, that getting closer to November, we might start seeing some of these types of coins pumping. In my opinion, this is not a crazy buy. I don't think that something like, even though I know I just said, like, but don't do meme coins right now. But again, I'm a degen a little bit. And I would say that I wouldn't be too crazy for buying something like this, but I wouldn't put a lot of money into it for sure. But it wouldn't be insane. I think that this, even these little Kamala coins, this is one that we talked about on the channel early too, that we said might do well. Look at this thing, man. This thing is putting up against some resistance right now. This is definitely a coin to watch, and it's coming in it was at number 10 on Dex Tools, so it's gaining some popularity. Of course, people still speculative in the market, but maybe Kamala coin, maybe some of these Trump coins might have a little bit of a future. Pepe coin also coming in at number 5. Pepe coin coming in at number 9. Again, a lot of coins that we talked about still holding their weight on this top trending list, but just getting absolutely weighed down by Bitcoin right now. So let's see on some of these other smaller chains too. Let's look on base chain, see what's popping, if anything, on base chain. So this seems like a bunch of coins that are kind of poo coins on here that I've never seen before. Normies on here. This is a coin that's been trending a couple times. This crash coin, I don't know about this coin. This coin is is this a rug? Like what? I don't know. I don't even know if this guy is actually behind this coin. I don't think he is. Um, this coin has just been going down and down and down. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I would definitely stay away from things that look like that. Just because something's trending on Dex Tools in the top 10 doesn't necessarily mean that it's trending for a good thing. It just means that it's gaining a lot of attention and that it's getting a lot of clicks and it's getting a lot of notice and there's a lot of transactions. But sometimes a lot of transactions could also mean a lot of sells too. So again, just because you see that happening doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing. Um, but let's look at some other chains. Let's look at we already looked at Ethereum. Let's look at so I want to look at Tron chain because I've been getting a lot of people asking me about Tron. Again, this is kind of like the maybe it's an up and coming um chain. Okay, so they got they got their own Trump coin on here. 690 followers. I don't even know what's the biggest project on Tron right now. I really don't know. Actually, I want to can I find out? How would I find out? Okay, if I went to pairs, in all Tron pairs, and then I go by market cap. So, okay, so this is maybe one of these. Sunday. Okay, Sundog. Sorry. Sundog is big right now on Tron. It's probably the biggest project. 100,000 holders. Interesting. 260 million market cap. Are we maybe really early on this? Look how much it's up, even 10% just today. Past past 12 hours. Interesting. Butting up against some key resistance. This thing launched on the 15th of last month. And as you could see, today is the 2nd of September. So I want to see what their website looks like. I'm interested in this. Something maybe you might want to check out. Okay. It'll be interesting to see if they list on any exchanges. I'm not sure if any Tron coins have listed on any exchanges yet. Um, maybe I'm wrong on that, but um, I don't think that they have. A lot of these coins, like I said, they're gaining in popularity on this Tron chain. Some of them up, seen some big gains today, like 90%, 150%. So it's a coin, it's a chain that's picking up in popularity. Maybe who knows? Maybe this will outperform base. I don't know. Do I think that will happen? I don't know. I don't think so. Probably not. But can it happen? Anything can happen, I guess. Solana's performing really well. That I don't think that Binance will make a comeback, though. I will say that. I don't think that BNB is going to make a comeback. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that it will. Let's see what's popping over here on this Solana chain today. So you guys can see Solana is still picking up some good volume. Bonk is still trending. We talked about Mitchie also. With, of course, coming in at number 1. Really interested actually to see how WIF's going to do. And again, let's look at the chart, right? Just because it's trending doesn't necessarily mean it's trending for a good reason. So let's see kind of what's happening on this WIF chart over here. Um, yeah. So WIF is still kind of in a downtrend. It's not looking super hot, not looking too amazing right now. Let's see if we can look on some of these bigger time intervals. Always start macro, right? No bueno. I don't like this. WIF is actually looking like it needs to see some big correction. I don't like the way that that's looking at all. But again, a lot of coins still looking like they're going to see a big correction because of Bitcoin. So maybe with just needs to drop down a little bit, catch some support, and then have its run. Or maybe it's already had its run, right? Thing already shot up to a couple $1 billion in market cap. Maybe it's already had its moment of glory and it's over. I don't know, hard to say, right? That's the thing. You always want to be taking profit in these coins, guys, because majority of these coins, guys, they're not going to have a future. They're not. So again, this meme market is just for quick gains, in my opinion. It's a get in and get out money. It's not to be sitting around holding bags. Maybe sell, at least take your profit out or your initial investment out. Again, not financial advice, but try not to get wrecked, especially at a time like right now, dude. Don't start going crazy. And then a lot of people, I know a lot of people are going to do this too. A lot of people are going to buy in right now, and then if Bitcoin drops down to 50K, you guys are going to be selling, and then Bitcoin's going to take off, and then it's going to run away on you. And it happens all the time. So again, if you're holding and you've been patient, I think patience pays historically. On a lot of these coins, patience has paid, especially for Bitcoin. Patience has paid. How patient you'll have to be and for how long, hard to say. Only the market can decide that. But I do think that, in my opinion, Bitcoin is going to go on to hit some new all-time highs. Will that be this year? Will that be next year? Or will that be 2 years from now? I think it'll be for sure next year. But do I think that'll be this year? There's still a chance, guys. There's still a chance that Bitcoin can still hit 100,000 again. We're not. It's too early to say. It's just too early to say. It really is. Even if we drop down to 50K, it's still too early to say that Bitcoin is not going to see 100,000 by the end of Q4. And I know that's so crazy to say that. I've said some crazy things before, but we also saw the RSI up 50% back in March, right? We pumped insane back in March when I was saying take profit. And now we're headed into some zones of kind of accumulation, but also I feel like we need a little bit more fear. I'd like to see this fear greed index go back, slip a little more down into this orange over here, or even a little bit closer to the red would be really nice. I would like to see it at least around like right here. And to me, that is a 50K Bitcoin. That is my real zone of accumulation if I want to place a large bet. And even that is not for sure, right? But I would have a lot better chance. Um, Thinking like that this would be a short opportunity, to be honest with you, in the short term, and then thinking that we would rally up from 50K because that's just what it looks like. It just looks like we need to see a little more correction before we rally up. But again, guys, it's just speculation. I'm not a professional. I am just your homie Crypto J. I can't really give you financial advice or pretend like I'm a professional because I'm not. Just show me. So I'm just in the market just like you. I'm just a guy with a computer, just trading, just speculating. But yeah, guys, make sure that also if you're not tapped in yet on our over on Telegram. Join us on Telegram. We're watching this market every day. We watch meme coins every day. We're watching Bitcoin all the time. So again, if you guys like these videos, if you guys like these Bitcoin breakdowns and stuff like that, and you're up late watching the market like us, you'll get a lot of value out of joining that Telegram. Make sure you're in it. Also, I created a TikTok. I've been uploading on TikTok every day, and I'm stuck at like 50 followers. I'm trying to get that thing to 1,000 so that we can go live over there too. You guys can show some support over on TikTok. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, guys, I appreciate you guys. I love you. I'm going to cut this stream here, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.